Hey guys, it's Woody the Unexceptional Gamer, and this is one of those videos that's not really about the gameplay. So, anyway, I wanted to talk about Christmas presents. My wife got me a Christmas present this year, and I don't have any idea what it is. I don't really have the slightest clue. And here's what I do know, though, so maybe I have the slightest clue. She said that it might be my big present for the year, and I said, really, the big one? You have it already? Because it was fairly early. It might have been November when she picked it up. And she says, yeah, I think so. How much should your big present cost? And I said, I'm not really sure, maybe a couple $100. And she says, yep, this is it. I've got it. So I picture this thing to have cost about $250, $350. I don't know what it is. And but here's the thing. My wife is terrible at buying Christmas presents. She's miserable. Now you could come back and say that I'm not so great at it either. But she doesn't really have a track record of picking up really great Christmas presents. And I remember, I'll say 2 or 3 years ago, she also told me that she picked up a great Christmas present for me. And I was like, intrigued. This is before perhaps I learned my lesson. And I asked for some hints. I'm like, well, how good is it? And she says, well, it's a pretty good Christmas present. And I was like, tell me more. Is it the best Christmas present you've ever bought me? Because she was so excited about it. Her level of enthusiasm was way up. I thought maybe she had broken some sort of record in awesome Christmas giving family history. And she says, yeah, this might be the best Christmas present I ever got you. And then Christmas rolls around, and guys, it was like a members only jacket, like the 1980s. If you don't know what a members only jacket is, they were literally in style 30 years ago. And it was, I can't believe that was the present she was so excited about. She got me a members only jacket. And now this year, when she says she got me a great Christmas present, I'm treating this with caution. I'm not so sure how great it can really be. And it kind of reminds me of something else. So I remember when I was a kid. Now, in my childhood, as we grew up, you were allowed to take one Christmas present on Christmas Eve. So my parents used to stack the tree in such a way that there were lots of presents under there that were good for helping you make it through the night, like that really horrible waiting period where you wanted to open the presents in the morning. And we didn't open our presents that early. We opened them at like 9 a.m., which isn't late, but it's not like some people who get up at 4 or 5 whenever they want to see the stuff. So the Christmas tree was stacked with presents down there, but it didn't have like the big one, that major present that you were looking forward to every year. And so we went upstairs, we came downstairs, and we saw the tree all decorated and stocked with presents underneath it, and we were so excited. As I came around the corner, there were 2 boxes, one for my brother and one for me. And these boxes were enormous. Like they were probably waist high on the 8-year-old version of me. And we saw these things, and we came like rounding through the kitchen toward the living room and just dove like a wide receiver trying to make a fingertip catch at these enormous boxes. And we tore into them. I ripped off the wrapping paper, and I was just totally jazzed and excited about this Christmas present, because I swear the box is huge. And as I worked my way into the box, I found out that it wasn't a good Christmas present. It was my new winter coat for the year. And it was just like, my parents to this day tell the story of just how disheartened and unhappy and sad and disappointed that I was over the winter coat being in that giant box and being the present that was supposed to get us through the night. And so yeah, it turned out they gave us another little like battery powered car or something that we played with until the batteries wore out by morning. So they weren't torturous, but they loved the memory of me just being insanely sad. And so one last thing, one guy asked me what he should get his girlfriend for Christmas in the comment section, and probably most of you didn't see it, but I thought I had this really cool idea. I told him that he should get her some sort of present that they can do together, like concert tickets or tickets to go ice skating, or like a dinner reservation. Put a ribbon around it with a box of chocolates, and you've got yourself a pretty good present that doesn't really break the bank. A teenager can afford to take his date out to dinner usually, and there you have it. But then as I thought about it, I was like, wow, that is far better than the pimp coffee maker that I've gotten my wife so far. So I'm going to turn that around. If you guys have any good ideas that I can get my wife for Christmas, then let me know. And, don't say jewelry or, like all the totally obvious stuff. If you have a pretty cool idea to get a grown-up woman for Christmas, then I'm interested in your help. So have a nice day.